Hey guys, welcome back to the United Star. And for a change, we're seeing a smile on Prasham's face. Given the start of the season, we just beat Newcastle 4-1. Quite a clumsy start, Prasham, but I think it was a good response from the players. What's your take on the full game?
hmm See, 4-1, if you'd have told me at halftime, I wouldn't have believed you. Not because we weren't playing good football, but because just the way things were. That Luke Shaw goal in the second minute, and we all were like, here we go in a completely other sense. We all were just like, we know what's coming. It's going to be that long haul when Newcastle are going to play the low block, put 11 men behind the ball, and that goal will never come for us. But credit to the boys, they dug deep and they got out there, and there was intent. They really tried, and I think we got the reward. I think it was a well earned victory. It was an ugly victory because we had to grind it. Eventually, 4-1 does flatter us a touch. I don't think we were 4-1 good, but definitely 3-1 was a perfect scoreline. 3-1 was a perfect scoreline because we created the chances. We played good football, and I don't know if I should take credit to Newcastle or like they did try. Like Saint Maximan was driving through our midfield and defense for fun. We mean he was absolutely brilliant today, but eventually someone came in with a last ditch tackle or a block or fouled him, which I don't mind. I think it's fantastic that we're doing that, and I think overall a good performance, I would say, from almost everybody. And yeah, I mean, I take this win because we fought hard, we dug deep, the response was there, and some of the play was beautiful, Vishesh.
So, I mean, I get what you're saying, but then again, let's go back to a debate that we've had constantly about David De Gea and Dino. Because I just put out a tweet saying, I remember seeing that Callum Wilson save from point blank. Has Dean Henderson had an effect on De Gea? What suddenly happened to De Gea? This is a completely different De Gea we're
So
seeing.
So I read an article recently put out that David De Gea was in fact a striker when he started out, and then he moved to playing a goalkeeper. And he actually called up his under 21 Spain coach, and he started playing. He wants to play out from the back. So clearly, this is what squad depth does, and this is why we've been crying out for that. But today, David De Gea was fantastic. Two very good saves, one decent save. The Wilson save, of course, was great. He was vocal. He was, marshalling their defense, played out well from the back, hit it long when it was needed, played the shot pass. And the other person I really want to call out today is Harry Maguire. Got the goal. We've been calling for that headed goal from him. Got the goal when we were 1-0 down. He got that goal with a great header. He was good in defense. Stopped Wilson. Stopped Saint Max. He was he was showing that he is a Man United player, and I'm so happy for him because he really needed this. The team needed this, and he delivered, and it shows that he's a good defender. He gets a lot of hate for no reason, for his appearance, for the way he is, but he's a good player. I'm not saying he's a great player, but he's a good player, and today he showed that he's a good player. Another player that the fans wrote off, Juan Mata, absolutely fantastic. Maybe even man of the match for me if Bruno didn't get the last sort of goal and assist in the end, which sort of tipped it maybe for me in Bruno's favor. But Juan Mata was absolutely fantastic. That first half chance where he played a 1-2 with Bruno and he was actually just marginally offside. The counter attacking goal, he started it off. The corner to Maguire, brilliant. His first touch, I mean, it puts some of our players to shame, his first touch. Absolutely fantastic, spot on performance from Manta. And I didn't think he was slow today. He was good. His movement was good, in and out. Him and Bruno combining was absolutely delightful. They were on the same wavelength. You could see that there are these two players who understand football. And then, since I'm going position by position forward, let me also big up our man Marcus Rashford. I mean, soon to be Sir Marcus Rashford. He was absolutely, again. I mean, fantastic performance. All this talk about, oh, he's forgotten how to play football. He should just like leave it if he wants to do charity. Stop talking, man. Stop chatting. Y'all don't know what it takes to be a man like Rashford, and he's a brilliant footballer. He's a young lad, and he's so mature, and he's taking responsibility for what matters on and off the field. And today he showed that he can do it. Great goal, an assist for Van Bissaka. Van Bissaka getting a goal, that in itself is a great thing. So I think there was some positive signs today, and definitely a performance we needed as a club. Because after that 1-0, like you know, we didn't drop today. We didn't drop today. We showed intensity. There were periods where you were scared that Newcastle might score. There were periods where you were frustrated as to why the game's not moving forward. But I mean, all in all, eventually we got the goal. Well, we got a penalty as well. I personally, Vishesh, don't think that is a penalty. I do not think that's a penalty. And Steve Bruce came out and said in this first game that the penalty they got in that game wasn't the penalty, and they will be hard done by, and this has proved it. As Man United fans, we should not say that this was a penalty, because one day it's going to come against us and we're going to be saying that, oh, that wasn't a penalty. So let's not do that. Let's call it out that VAR is stupid and it is yet broken. It is yet broken. I'd said there were few improvements, but no, absolutely no footballing sense in that one. But Bruno missed the penalty, which is shocking. But he got a goal from open play, and that play was just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So all in all, I'm happy. I'm happy because we grinded a result out. 4-1 doesn't suggest we had to grind it, but we grinded that result out. And of course, their goalkeeper, Dalo, I mean, he was embodying again Iker Casillas and Gianluigi Buffon till he got an injury. But he was again on top form, and you just expect that with keepers when they turn up against Man United. Somehow they're auditioning for some bigger
So,
Hollywood job, I guess.
Roshan, I think you've covered up more or less the entire game, but I just want to ask you about one thing and then end this video. We ended the game with Pogba, Van de Beek, Mata, and Bruno Fernandes, and the play was slick. I saw I saw the goal uh, for Van Bissaka where we saw Van de Beek get the ball, supply it to Bruno, Bruno to Mata, Mata to Rashford, Rashford to Van Bissaka. That was slick play. Is Are these the players we need against the smaller sides? We can play Matic and Pogba in a holding position against the bigger ones, but when we're playing these
Hmm.
smaller sides and we need something to break them down, are these the four that are needed? When will Ole understand
See,
Van de
Vishesh,
Beek is needed?
But see, Vishesh, there are two parts to this. There's part one is that Ole got the subs right in the sense the people who came on, but he got the timing late. And I'm going to call it a spade. Like, it's 4-1 is a great scoreline, but I don't think he got the subs right. I don't think you can get Van der Beek on in the 77th minute. I think if you'd have gotten on him earlier, it would have been a much better move. Pogba should have come on around 55 minutes, not 65, 67 minutes. So he's not got the subs right in terms of timing. The second thing is, if you saw that first half, the number of recovery tackles Fred made against Saint Maximan and Wilson, I don't think Donny van de Beek would have been able to do that. So what happened is Newcastle were run down, run down, run down, and then eventually we capitalized on that. So I am not so certain that you can say that this is a blueprint to play against small teams. You can play Pogba, Bruno, and Van de Beek and get away with it. We wouldn't have, because Saint Maximin and Callum Wilson were really running through us like a hot knife. It was like knife through a butter almost. And we kept making last ditch tackles and recovery tackles. And I don't think Pogba and Van de Beek can do that. I think Fred and McTominay did a very good job in terms of that. But then again, Fred and McTominay cannot play a forward pass.
I agree with you, Prashant. So let's just end this. Going into the PSG game, are you confident that the players will enter with some sort of confidence on their in themselves rather than taking in a 6-1 defeat to Spurs?
No, I think firstly, I think the Champions League is a complete different scenario. I think you enter that game with a lot of confidence, even if you go with 6-1 defeat against Spurs, because it's a different environment. You hear that music, and we get goosebumps. I can't imagine what the players go through. So I think it would be a completely different environment, and I think we have a chance against PSG for two reasons. A, that yeah, we're looking a better team. You add Martial to this, you add Greenwood to this. We have a lot of options. You add Cavani to this, we have a lot of options, and PSG are missing a few players, so that helps. So let's see what happens, Rashesh. I'm excited. I'm excited to listen to the hallowed music once again, and I'm just excited for the game. Let's see what happens.
So guys, that's about it. It's been a decent performance from Manchester United to say the least. A 4-1 victory, 3 points in the bag, 6 points out of 4 games. Tough fixtures coming up next against PSG, Chelsea, Leipzig. I think Arsenal as well. So uh, hopefully Ole is still in the position that he is right now. And we'll see you next time, guys. Bye bye.